you can, but I don't know. Your words can't shake my bones, though I'm stronger than you know. Your fire can't melt my soul, no, no.
Do a little chatting.
Yep.
Piss a few people off. A lot more than a few, probably. Everyone.
We're going to piss a lot of people off, but I think we're going to also make a lot of people happy because we're going to say what they
everybody's
want to
thinking,
say,
I
what they're
feel.
thinking. We're going to say the quiet part out loud.
If you don't find something to relate to, like, get out of here.
Get out.
Look right in the eyes. Get out.
Out.
I'm just kidding.
Bye.
In the shadows, I found my light. In the chaos, I found my fight.
Hey guys, we're excited to announce that we're partnering up with Tasty Gains. They have pre-workout and creatine gummies, which makes it super convenient to get it in a tasty, easy dose. So they are going to be coming out with a woman's line. So stay tuned for that and check them out at tastygains.com.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Unfiltered and Unfazed. I'm your host, Tessa.
I'm Heather.
Yes. So far, I have basically chugged this. I don't know.
This is the only time we drink. People probably like these.
No, literally, these
Alkies.
alcoholics.
Yeah.
Alkies. Yeah, that's cuter.
That's an old school. That's like a old school. I got bit by, dude, I can't with this weather.
The weather.
I literally, last time I looked like a crackhead too because I had like a bug bite on my
Were
leg
you
and I was like
itching?
scratching it the whole time.
Oh, man.
I sit in the backyard and I get
Yeah.
eaten actually alive.
I think I don't go outside enough for that. So,
I didn't until I had a pool.
well, yeah, if I had a pool,
Yeah, it makes you go.
I
Like
would
I
be
probably
outside
would
more.
never be outside.
yeah.
But I lay out, be getting that
I
tan.
get that. I went to the beach the other day, but I got one shade darker, which
Right.
is my goal every time. 'cause
Okay.
I'm afraid of the sun.
Oh, see, I have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Which is probably not going to help me later, but
Well, actually, fun fact. Oh my God, not me always having fun facts. Like, because melanoma is what people are afraid of.
right. But they
Okay.
say that's like not a thing except for sunscreen causes it.
Well, the thing is, if you have like intermittent exposure to the sun, like if you go out in the sun for maybe
Right.
5 or 10 minutes each day, it's way less likely. The only reason that people actually get melanoma is that they are indoor people and then they like
And then
go
they
to
go
the beach and
fry.
get fried. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is what causes
And
it.
then, they say all the Johnson & Johnson products and all the
Oh, yeah.
sunscreens literally give you skin cancer
yeah,
and you're
just
lathering in them.
all you need is a sunscreen that has zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. That is it. Those are the only 2 ingredients you need. You're good to go.
That's why some people be using that zinc, that like,
Yeah. I mean, it does have a white cast, but okay, who cares?
right.
Like,
Right.
you have a
And
slight...
like you said, if you expose yourself a little bit, because there are benefits to the sun.
Like 10 minutes each
But I
day, vitamin
digress.
D
Yeah,
deficiencies,
vitamin D. So,
Speaking of vitamin D,
yeah,
vitamin Disney.
Plus.
Oh,
We Vitamin Disney, literally.
yeah.
We are totally talking about
Disney.
Disney stars, children's
Disney
stars.
stars, children's stars. That's what
All
we're
of
talking
it.
about today.
Yeah.
Well, just kind of like...
There's a lot in the headlines right now.
Yeah,
There's a lot
in
the
the headlines that specifically are related to like child stars or like grown-up child stars,
Right.
or Disney, and like it's all just kind of related
Yes.
to one another.
Yes.
And we live in Florida. Are we allowed to say that? We live in
Yeah.
Bleep. No,
Right.
like,
We it's a big state.
my address is. No, I'm just kidding.
We don't even say whether we central, south, north.
Yeah, we're very south.
Yeah. Very.
And also west.
Right.
Miami. No, I'm just
Perfect.
kidding. I'm like, where?
Perf.
I don't know
But,
geography at
yeah,
all.
we're like, sure.
I have no idea where Miami is. Like, I'm like,
But the headlines, there's
Yeah.
a lot about the Biebs. Lots going on.
yeah, so much going on.
I mean, obviously these people, so to be clear, we get that these people are always in the headlines.
Right.
But it's when they start displaying certain behaviors,
Right.
it gets scary.
It gets
Are they the next
concerning.
one? Do you
Right.
remember back in the day? I don't know if it still was going on. Like, I know we have that almost 10-year difference in age, but there was a time where we used to, it's awful. It's morbid and it's awful, but people
Mm-hmm.
used to kind of bet on who's going to make it like past 25 or who's next.
Oh yeah, like the whole 27 Club thing.
Yeah.
and like all
So
of that.
there
yeah.
was like a thing where, and it was funny, or it's not funny, but it's scary because you can almost pick like a lot of people had Amy Winehouse on their thing,
Right.
and it wasn't long after. A
Right.
lot of people had a lot of
And
people
that one is also so tragic. Like, it's so sad. Like, she was like,
I don't believe any of, you know me.
No,
I don't
I
believe
think
any
that-
of them
I
were
think that
actual
something else
deaths or
happened. I don't
overdoses.
think that she did it by
sorry.
her own hand
I'm
at
sorry,
all.
no.
Especially because like all of her like, okay, so yeah, she did have a point in time where she was like doing other things when she was like involved with that one guy specifically, without like going too far into detail about anything. But like, genuinely, like her habits or her like drinking and like smoking weed, which is like every college student ever.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's not super abnormal. What was abnormal was when other person started like introducing her to
Well, if that was the
other
case,
things.
I mean, look at, yes, we get Jim Morrison, but again, that was a weird situation.
Yeah.
But you look at Ozzy,
Yeah.
like all these rock
No,
stars,
that literally-
they would be fucking dead, dude.
No,
like,
actually.
sorry for you.
No, for
like,
real,
I'm
like-
talking like there are some rock stars that did die.
Yeah.
but no.
Yeah, no, we're talking about people like, there are so many people.
Brett Michaels would have been gone a long time ago.
100%. Like the entire
Tommy Lee. Are you like no? But Amy Winehouse died. Like,
Yeah,
get
no,
the
come on.
fuck
Tommy
outta
Lee was
here.
doing, like,
they're like so.
he was literally
they're
doing
so-
cocaine out of
they're
sugar's
like
buttholes,
pickled.
like- Yeah.
My mom calls them pickled. She's like, they're preserved. They
Yeah.
did so much drugs and booze. They're like preserved in time.
No, but I buy into that because my mom.
Right.
You know, it's
So,
like
if you're going to lead me to believe that half the people that died young were suicide and the other half were ODs, like, get the
Right.
fuck out of here. Dude.
Everyone is killing themselves or dying
in the
of
same way
overdose
and like
the
in a
same way.
bathtub and like, no,
Right. No,
I'm
that's
sorry.
actually insane. That's actually insane. That's like a whole conspiracy theory that I would love to get into
Yeah.
eventually, because I
We should.
Not that I love it, but
we'll do we'll do a whole episode on
yeah.
all the suspicious
Premature death.
Well, to other people
Premature
that don't
Hollywood
believe
death.
in that
Suspicious
stuff,
premature Hollywood
it's not
deaths.
suspicious.
Yeah.
But
I think it's suspicious. I think
even
everything
Anne
that
Burrell,
Hollywood does.
Chef Anne Burrell that just came out, who died. Now they're starting to say there was all these pills next to her bed, but people are like, well, she was on regular medications. But then somebody said, oh, but there was 12 different kinds of pills.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
do you know who Anne Burrell is?
I think so.
She was
but-
like, she's got the blonde spiky hair. She was a Food Network like celebrity chef.
I think I know who you're talking about. Like a vision
She had
is
like
conjuring in
bleached
my
blonde
head. That's what I'm
spiky
thinking.
hair,
Like,
really fun, like
yeah.
really good personality.
like the Lady Guy Fieri.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
thinking.
They say suddenly tragically died at 55 from cardiac arrest, and then other things start coming out and it starts getting weird, and it's like, I do feel bad, but these people are in the limelight and it's sad that they can't just like die
Right.
and be like laid to rest. It's
Right.
a whole thing and
It
people are
has to
talking
be a
about
thing,
it.
yeah.
But
Like-
you know, as a celebrity,
Right.
I'm not saying it's right, but that's how it is.
Right.
It's kind of like on Instagram when we
Right.
post something publicly, and even if we have haters or support or whatever,
Right.
it's like we have to accept that, because
Right.
not that we're on that level,
No.
but like I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the people that post something,
When you put something out publicly, you have to understand that it's you're giving the public
You're giving
the right
it- yeah,
to scrutinize
yeah,
if they want
yeah.
to, or wait, guess is what I'm thinking, but that's not the word I wanted to use.
What?
Assume something like that. Make up their own stories.
oh
They
yeah,
can-
yeah. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Make their own, make their own assumptions on the situation.
Yeah.
And like I said, sometimes luckily TikTok has knock on wood. Hurry. Is this wood? No, probably not. But
It has concepts
it's been
of being
nice
wood.
to us lately.
Yeah, it has
It's
been a lot
actually
nicer.
been giving us more likes and comments than Instagram. So that's weird.
which is like kind of. I do feel like
we kind of got out of the depths of hell. We were in the
I
depths.
think that's what TikTok might do, is they just like throw you in the deep end and they're like, can they swim?
Right.
And then
right.
they're like,
and
oh,
we're like,
okay.
we're not giving up. We don't care how many times you strike us.
Right. Like
Yeah.
how many times can we go against community guidelines? Like,
Right.
I'm like, are you joking? There are literally videos of TikTok right now of like, you're fully seeing guys finish.
What?
I'm not joking. It's like this shampoo trend that's going. It's
Ew, I didn't know. See, I don't
just
scroll.
Well, I didn't.
You've heard about it.
I've heard about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, why is that on your For You page?
Right.
Like,
Right.
what are you watching
Right.
on TikTok? Like, But yeah,
Okay, so
on track to Disney.
we were talking about Biebs.
Yeah, and
Bieber.
like the whole situation right now, which like, you know, obviously
We
like ties into the
sidetracked.
trials of
Well, yeah,
you know,
and we bring up the fact that all of a sudden he starts looking awful. It's scary
Right.
because you're like, oh no.
yeah, like
Are we going to see headlines
exactly like something's
found
going
dead
on
or something happens to him?
Exactly.
Because they
and
all
that would
start
be
digressing,
I
and
have
some
to
of them
be
come
honest.
back out of it,
Yeah.
and some of them don't. But like you said, the Diddy trial's going on, so he's
right
stressed out. His marriage is falling
and
apart.
we know, well, I heard that they're divorcing, like for real. Like she posted something on Father's Day, she's like F Father's Day, like something like that.
I know, and then they said it's not true.
But he allegedly posted something on Mother's Day that was
said
like
Mother's
that,
Day, F
that F
yeah.
Mother's Day, and so I was like,
So
you
then some were
know.
saying it was cute, like banter back and forth. But then
Right.
some say, I've seen some reels where it shows that he literally hates her.
yeah, but yeah, because
He's
today
like, "Get
I
off
went
me,"
I
like-
went on his profile and like all the there's like this whole section of pictures that are like she's in them, and the caption is just like a finger flipping off.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
It's weird that he does that though, and it's weird like
Why do you
she'll
hate
like
your
hang on
wife?
him and he like pushes her off,
Yeah.
closes car doors on her.
yeah.
Like,
Well, I
it's a
also think
weird
that's like
thing
what
going
happens
on.
whenever I think that he just doesn't know any other behavior because he was raised in like, I mean, he started doing this when he was what, like 11 or 12 years
Yeah.
old, and so
But
he
then they show him with
immediately-
Selena and they show him with other people, and he's so loving and like cute and nice. And Will Smith's son, he's more affectionate,
Jaden.
literally
No,
more
I-
affectionate to him
Yeah,
than
he
his
is.
wife.
He loves Jaden Smith. But yeah,
That
no,
video, I was like, dang.
no, they're like
they're like
besties.
they're friends with benefits, is what they are.
Yeah, that's what I said. Besties.
Besties.
I'm like, yeah, just
Biebs and
besties.
Jada. Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no, actually, I think all of it is just kind of like it feels like sad because it's like, on one hand, like he's a full grown adult person now, and like you need to take responsibility for your own actions and
Right.
stuff like that. But on the other hand, like I can totally see how he's like so triggered. It's because what happens is like these adults come in.
Yes.
They take advantage of these children, they ruin them,
Mm-hmm.
and then they expect everything to be fine.
Well, there's videos of him. Who was it? Grown women, grown ass women, grabbing his butt, kissing him, and he was always like,
Oh,
"Stop."
on Ellen DeGeneres, like that was happening. Like she was
Yeah.
like grabbing his face and like touching him,
And
like,
there was another actress that used to do it and kiss him on the lips, and he'd be like, "Stop!" Like he'd literally go, "Stop," and they'd keep doing it. And they're like, "Oh, it's so cute," and you could see he was like, "No, stop."
yeah, no, you're being a weird pedophile right now.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy because he's a
Because
child.
he was kind of savage. There was times where at like 50,
Yeah.
60, he'd be like,
Oh, no, I
like
love-
that girl that laughs, and he's
No,
like,
he's like,
he's like, what
that's
was
what you
that?
sound like.
Like,
That's what you sound like. No,
Right?
I think that's
he
so
was
funny.
kind of like, I'm not going to play into what they want me to be. And so
No.
I think that weighs on you. And now we're
Right.
seeing the effects later,
right.
where Britney,
Yeah. Like same.
Britney, and everybody blamed
Literally same
her
song and
divorce
dance. Yeah.
with the shaving of the head and all that. But I think there's more to
Yeah,
it.
but with Britney shaving her head, like I genuinely believe, obviously she was having a mental breakdown, but the mental breakdown wasn't because of her divorce. It was because of the pressures that all of these grown
No, that's what I
adult
mean.
people who
Yeah.
were depending on her
Yeah.
to be beautiful, to be this.
Yeah.
And she's even said like in her like memoir or whatever, she was like, I only did that because I thought if I cut off my hair, they wouldn't think I was
Right.
beautiful and they wouldn't make me do
Well,
this
that's
anymore.
what there's SA victims
Yeah, that do the
become
same thing.
overweight, cut
Yeah,
their hair, don't wear
100%.
makeup, and they're like, if I'm ugly,
Right.
which I'm not saying being overweight is ugly, but
No.
but they think that it's going to make them less desirable,
Right.
then they won't get SA'd.
Yeah,
And
which is
like,
it's not true because someone that's gonna like
no predator,
do that
no,
to you.
because that's like
It's-
victim blaming, like, oh, because you're pretty,
Exactly.
you're going to be
No.
like, you know,
It's not. It has literally absolutely nothing to do with looks and
it's
everything to do
actually
with power.
horrifying when people say that, because
Yeah.
obviously I think it's happened to you. It's happened
Yeah,
to me.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I was
100%.
told that several times growing up. Well, it's because you're pretty. And I'm like,
Right. Well, you're so pretty. How do you expect him not to look at you like that? Oh, well, you're so
I'm
pretty.
like,
How
I
do you
guess
expect?
then fuck,
I'm like,
fuck that. Fuck my life and feelings and
I'm like,
innocence.
okay.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Who gives a fuck?
So what is that? Like, what is
What do
that?
you mean? Like, okay. Like, yeah, no, I agree. It's
but-
just like a whole fucked up situation in general. But like, it's just like the same song and dance. We keep seeing this played over and over
Yeah.
and over. Even like, it's not just Disney, like Nickelodeon stuff too.
Yep.
Like,
So we have, so Justin, we're hoping, poor guy doesn't end
I
up
hope that he doesn't
like the rest of them.
right
Or
like all of a sudden he's overdosed randomly, or all of a sudden he's taken his own life, or and it's just like so sad, because also like even having to do with the trials.
Yeah. Is he a witness?
Well, he was a minor, so they can't make him testify.
Okay.
You know, and I can understand not wanting to testify.
But he's openly said like he was part of that.
Well, he hasn't really like confirmed or denied anything.
But he did hang out with Diddy. There was a lot of them.
100%. No, like 100%, like it is safe to assume that things happened, or maybe it's not, whatever. It would be very, very, very
it's safe to assume.
It would be very hard to believe that it didn't. Is really what it is, because like and like him being a minor and underage and all of that stuff at that time, like, and you hear all of like in the trials and stuff that are going on right now, like you're hearing all of like Diddy's exes being like, this is how he did it, this is how he brought it up, this is this, and then next thing you know, we're doing all of these things, like, and that's how all of them started. Like they're like, it was this way, this way, this way, it was this way, this, and then this. And so it like,
it's very routine,
right? And like what grown man has any business having a 14-year-old boy stay a 48-hour with Diddy?
So let's thank you.
Yeah.
Like we like to segue.
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin, right? So he's old news. I get that. But the reason he's brought up is because then again, there's a child star. And of course, who had allegations? Michael Jackson.
Right.
Because he had young children around. But then Macaulay Culkin and a couple of them came out and said, he didn't do anything to us. We were told to say that he did. So now there's a whole nother mind fuck confusion. Like, wait, could that be true?
Right.
But then, like you said, it's like, what business did this grown man have?
With
because he cared about these children, because he himself was a child star that was abused by his father and was trying to give them an outlet to have fun and not feel so much pressure.
100%.
So there's like this, now you're like, wait, is that possible? Were they making him out to be the bad guy because he was helping them?
Then why isn't his whole family there?
Right.
Like,
Because
you're
I
trying
think
to
he
help
was
this
trying to
kid,
get them away from the abuse, because Macaulay
families,
Culkin's parents, we all know what they did. They took all his money, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like, that, let's just put it this way, that whole world, whether it be that, like spinning it to where he's helping them, or people being taken advantage of, is a fucking shit show and demonic.
No, 100%
everyone knows Hollywood and
demonic,
the film industry is demonic.
It's gotten to the point
there's
where
like
it's
no
like,
one that's going to tell me otherwise.
No, and genuinely, like, it's just some of the stuff that, like, because every time, like, it's like, just push the envelope, just push the envelope, just push the envelope.
They're doing
just push it a little bit
straight
more.
like Baphomet signs and symbols.
No,
and
actually,
they're doing hand gestures. Like, that's not a made up conspiracy. Why are they doing that?
Right, exactly. Why are
For
they being
fun? Like,
instructed to do that? And especially children that are innocent, that don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So you're taking like the most innocent person and like just giving them this agenda. Like, it's
Here's
weird.
the thing that's crazy is I think that a lot of people out there, because I know a lot about this shit, unfortunately.
Right.
Okay. I rebuke in the name of Jesus, but I know about this stuff. Now, a lot of people don't know what Baphomet is. A lot of people don't know those hand gestures. So they're just like, ha, ha, ha. But then other people like screenshot it or video record it and say like, what? Why did she just do that?
Right.
Why are they doing that? Why are they doing, I don't even want to do it. Why are they doing
I know.
these
things? Yeah.
And they're all doing them.
Yeah.
It's not just fun. It's not just like funny.
Right. It's the same thing. Like, okay, so it's the same thing. Like, you see a priest, you're assuming the priest is going to do what? What motion? Everyone, what motion is a priest going to do? I know you all did the exact same thing.
Right.
Every priest is doing this. Every priest in every movie of all time is doing this. Why would someone who isn't intentionally trying to portray a thing be doing the hand movements of something that they're not? Like it's like you accidentally did that.
Everybody's
every time.
in severe denial, and that's okay. You can be.
Yeah.
But again, so as we touch on each of these child stars, the fact that they all have really tragic situations, maybe not every single one, but a majority of them have
huge majority.
either a tragic ending or they're struggling.
Yeah.
Or, they get through it and they make it and they're okay.
Right. But like all that they have to go through.
But the major stars, like,
yeah,
you look at some of the Full House people, the Olsen twins, they had their issues.
Right.
Candace and Jody, they're okay.
But they still went through some
Jody's
shit.
out there
They went through some
protesting.
crazy shit,
Yeah.
yeah.
Candace always had some kind of eating disorder because in that show she was not fat by any
Not
means,
at
but she
all.
was considered like morbidly
What was
obese.
she, maybe like a 4 or a
They
6?
were like,
like,
God, she was always like, they're telling me I need to lose weight, and I'm like,
Yeah.
give me a fucking break.
No,
and then
which is
because you have to be like
insane.
Kimmy, who was like 5 pounds.
Well,
Anybody who
yeah.
knows Full House.
Yeah, no, she literally.
But then
is,
there's
like,
Bob Saget, you know.
Yeah.
So in that industry, there's still
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, there's always like a grown up who was there, who could have stepped in, who could have.
Right.
Well, actually, speaking of like all of that stuff, like the kids on iCarly, allegedly, they were treated better than some of the other kids. Not better, but they were treated whenever what's his face was around, the older brother Spencer. I can't think of his name in real life.
I can't either.
Anytime that he was there, like it's the cast has all been like, he kept Dan Schneider away from those kids. He
Good
would
for
always like, if he was doing something weird, he
So
would
he
always
knew
like
that something was up, and
yeah,
that's
so
a problem.
exactly. So he couldn't prove that anything was up, but he felt weird about it.
He was like, I
and
know
so
this
he's
is
like,
off.
no, this is weird.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to talk to
What
these
did you
kids
say
like
about
this.
Ariana on the end of the bed?
Oh, that was in a different show. That was Sam and Cat.
Oh, okay. Which I guess I feel like was a spin-off of that because
Yes, because
Yeah.
it was one from iCarly and one
So
from
what was she
Victoria.
doing?
So she was literally like laying off the edge of the bed, like pouring a water bottle, like shaking a
like
water
head
bottle into her
back
mouth.
off the-
Yeah,
oh,
like
okay, and we know what. Yeah,
like come on, like you're making these underage kids
maybe
do
little
this for
kids
what?
might not know what that is, but
Of
everyone
course
else
little
does.
Kids don't know what that is.
They
I remember
shouldn't.
when I was I watched because I used to watch Sam and Cat.
Quick, what she was pouring? Show me.
Like I don't want to show you.
She was pouring like water.
No, like literally like pouring
Like
water,
shaking
like
water
shaking
while her
water.
head was
and it was
back?
getting all over her face and all. Of course it was. Like,
Yeah.
duh, because that's what's going to happen. But like kids don't understand that how sexual that is.
Yeah,
And it's like,
and Dan Schneider's probably back there. Is his name Dan Schneider?
I'm pretty sure. I know it's not
Should
Rob
we fact
Schneider.
check that? No, we like
Rob Schneider I love. I'm
Well,
pretty
although his daughter says he's a monster, but we don't even want to get into that.
yeah, I do feel like that.
But I was gonna say Dan's in the background, probably like diddling his
is Nickelodeon
his little chode.
Yes, it is Dan Schneider.
Okay, so and obviously, as we know, Drake Bell came out with a huge documentary,
Right.
and
it
you
wasn't
know,
about Dan, it was about the guy that was like on set. It was their like the person that like
I thought Dan
made
was in
sure-
it too. Like he said things about Dan.
He did, but like the things that happened with Dan were more just like sexist. They
Oh,
weren't
okay.
like you know, like
Straight grooming.
No, they weren't. But
Which-
but the guy that was with him, and the thing about it is like, because I watched the whole Quiet on Set doc. So Drake's dad,
which I did not. So I you forgot the facts.
Drake's dad knew something was up
Yes,
about that guy.
yes.
And
I
he
do remember
fought
that.
and he fought and he fought to make sure his son was safe. But then eventually, like, they convinced Drake that he didn't need his dad on set with him anymore.
No,
and
fuck
so
you.
the dad was like, okay, well, if it's not going to be me, it's going to be your mom.
No, it's
And
not.
so-
It's going to be me, motherfucker. Like,
Well,
that's what
yeah.
I'm saying. These parents are also blinded by the money. I'd be like, then he's not on the fucking show. I'm
Well,
pulling
it
him.
wasn't about for the dad. It wasn't about the money at all. He was like, "No, my son is unsafe, and
I'd be
we're
like, I'm
having
pulling him."
parental supervision."
Yeah.
And it just got to the point where he was like, they like made him get off set, something like that. And so he's like, "Okay, if you're not gonna let me be here, his mom's gonna be here." And they're like,
What?
"Okay."
Let a motherfucker
And then, well,
tell
it
me
gets
I
worse.
can't be there.
It gets worse. So he talks to the mom. He's like, "Okay, this is happening." Blah 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 blah. Because Drake is like, I don't know, like 14, 15 at this time.
Yeah.
So like he's trying to give his son a little bit of a say.
Is this on Drake and Josh?
Yes. So he's trying to give his son a
No,
little bit
you
of a
don't get
say.
say.
And he's like, okay, well, if you don't want me, then it's going to be your mom, because Drake came to him and he said, I don't want you to represent me anymore. I don't want you to be a part of this anymore.
That's what
feel
I'm
like
saying.
it's
Why
like-
are they being parentified and adult? Like, they're not adults. They don't get to call their own shots.
Right.
And in that industry, there is no kids and adults.
Right.
They're calling shots. Like, their
Exactly.
parents can be told to leave. Are you I'd be like, okay, cool. You're going home and being grounded, motherfucker. You're not going to be acting anymore.
Yeah, but
like, where do you
but
have
it's
this
like
control?
it's like split household. So if one parent says no, the other parent says they're not together.
Right.
Like, so he was really out of position. Like, I do not think anything is wrong with what his dad did. I think his dad did everything correct. His mother was too tired to drive him, so she let the other guy pick him up, and so that's when he started getting raped on a regular basis.
I think it's all bullshit. I think I think the dad should have been like, you know what? Then let's go to court. My son, I'm uncomfortable with this. Like, people don't realize, like, just because it's hard or, you know, like.
Right. Well, that's why I think the mom is fully to blame. Like,
yeah.
Like, I think that at that time, nobody knew that anything was going on.
Yeah.
And nobody knew.
Right. I'm sure if he
like,
knew that was going on, he'd probably be like, I'm going to kill this guy.
And this was a man that was like, backed. Like, so many people were like, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. And his dad was just like, I just don't know. I feel like he's not. There's something weird. Like, why does he want to be around all these kids all the time? That's weird.
Mean, Bill Cosby.
I mean, yeah, like all of that, like,
you know,
it doesn't
in his
matter.
80s
like,
got charged. Like, what? And he was like a lot of, like, in my age group and older, was like a lot of people's, like, he was one of the TV dads.
Yeah, like literally, it was devastating when all that stuff happened.
He was such a good dad on TV. How could he do
right?
this?
How can he be literally drugging women in his hotel rooms? Like, that's fucking weird.
That's because that industry is demonic. There's the whole industry. I'm not saying every person in it, but they will try to get them to be that way.
Yeah,
that industry is demonic. It's ran by evil people,
right?
And nothing's gonna change my mind, no matter how much people say,
right,
oh, that's just a conspiracy. Oh no, everybody should. It's art. People are expressing themselves. Like, when Sam Smith, when he did some kind of crazy transformation and came out and was doing like demonic shit on stage, that everybody wanted to like, under the guise of, oh, he's just coming out, oh, he's just expressing himself.
But
that's not what that was.
There are plenty like the thing about Earth, and that is so like wonderful and great and amazing, is there are so many different examples of starting over and rebirth and coming anew, and like all of these things.
Even if you want to come out as trans, come out as this, come out as that.
It's not
you
even
don't
that.
have
I mean,
to do
like,
it with a demonic.
No, I don't mean that at all.
On.
I mean, like, butterflies.
Oh yeah.
Like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly, like plants that grow up. So there's so many other things that you could have taken inspiration from.
Oh, for sure.
100%. And so for you to have all of these beautiful, amazing, like, natural things of the earth that represent this thing, and for you to go, nah, I'd rather pretend to be the devil instead.
But why did he go from this like nice looking guy with a great voice to doing some weird shit? It was a violent jump.
Same for Doja Cat.
That's what I'm saying. I was just going to say her
it's
too.
Because
it's
that's
violent.
What happens.
It's not just like gradual. It's violent. Just like JoJo.
You can tell when people sell their soul. Like,
JoJo,
you can tell.
I don't think she sold her soul. I think they tried to get JoJo to, and she finally was like, you know what?
Yeah, I think she was like, I'm going to push the envelope as far as I can. But like,
she said they made her do the edgy, cringy shit that she was doing. They made her. She says they made her say she was lesbian.
Yeah.
She says all this stuff. And I mean, if you look at her now, she does seem more mentally with it.
Stable. Yeah.
And she's like, it's not even about straight or gay. That's not the point. It's
about
I
think
the fact
she's
that
in the middle. I don't think she's
told to do these things.
Yeah.
Which, why are you being told? Like, that's not normal.
No, because it's weird.
Let's say she was gay and they told her to be straight. It doesn't matter what side it's on. I'm not saying that it's not normal that they told her to be gay. So let's not misconstrue that.
It's weird to have someone use their sexuality as a clout chasing thing. Right. Like, that's weird. Like,
I mean, Lily Tino does it.
Oh, well, that's a whole other thing. Like,
here's the thing: is this is not anything to do with trans or anti-trans. Like, Lily Tino is taking
that's a different
the trans
thing.
Community and making a mockery of it, where trans people are speaking out against them because they are doing things like ordering food and somebody accidentally and says very apologetic for it and says I'm so sorry.
Right.
Oh my gosh. And then what do they get? They get free food. They get free drinks. They make a big deal about it. They make the person feel just as bad as they probably feel. And many trans people are like, you know what? We just want to live our lives. And we just want to be in society and accepted as like a normal human being.
Exactly.
And you're making us seem different.
Right.
You're making us seem
putting it
like
into
we
the
should
other
be
category, but it's not.
Yeah.
And like, we're all just human people.
Right.
And like,
they're
honestly,
pushing it backwards. And I mean, there's trans people signing the petition to get them off Disney. TikTok and out of Disney.
No, because it's inappropriate to do that at Disney. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, literally, I will take any hate or backlash from that. Like, first of all, you're like giving a bad name to the trans community.
That's what I'm saying.
In
So
general.
that's not right.
Like it's disgusting that you would do that, especially knowing how hard these people already had to fight to even just get acknowledgement or recognition at all whatsoever. And they really just want to live their lives. They don't want to have to sit here and explain everyone. Oh, what do you have a penis or do you have a vagina? Are you pro surgery or pre surgery?
Aren't trans also
who
want them to
gives a
just
fuck?
live their lives
I
and
don't-
not have it in
yeah.
our face constantly.
Exactly.
Is it in every like? I don't want OnlyFans in my face. I don't want straight people in my face being
No.
sexual. I don't want anybody in my fucking
I don't
face.
want
Just live
any,
your
like,
life.
I don't want
and
Jehovah's
fucking-
Witnesses.
yeah,
I don't want any
live
like
your
Christian nationalists.
life.
I don't want any. Like just
And do your
own
thing. Do your thing. Do you.
Just do you. Like
And
you
if
don't have
people
to
don't
like,
agree with us, then you also can still do
Yeah.
you and not watch.
Yeah, it's actually
It's like
really
so
easy.
crazy.
I'll give you an example. Ready? Right now? Do you see how I just closed my eyes? You could do that too. You really can. You could do that too.
Right.
It's like I know that sometimes like blinking, that's like involuntary,
Right.
but you can actually just close
Right.
them by yourself, like without
Right.
a blink.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like
Well, and it's like, because I purposely from our page,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not ashamed to say it gets us followers, but I comment on a lot of OnlyFans stuff from our page.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, demonic, like you, this and that. I don't say anything mean about the person.
No,
but I
it's
say it about
not-
the industry.
It's about the industry.
Because I'm not exactly. It's
Right,
not too.
'cause the
I mean, I
people
do
are
about
just-
Bonnie Blue because sorry, she is actually the devil.
No, that-
so I really don't care.
And
but-
also that brings a good point is like it's so sad that it took Bonnie Blue for us to start actually like realizing that females are predators as well.
oh, 100%.
Like while I would love
I
to
think
have
they're more predatory than some men. That is a huge
well, yeah, because it gets overlooked.
misconception.
It's like the teacher sleeping with
They
the
are straight
student.
predators.
Like it's actually really disgusting.
Do you know how
Like,
many women teachers are sleeping with their students? Like way more than
Oh yeah,
there are coming out with men. Like
I don't know
it
a
is
singular high school that doesn't have
phenomenon
that.
right now. Like
It's like these female teachers and these students, and it's
ew,
like
ew, ew, ew,
it's
ew.
it's nasty. It's nasty because it's like, hey, weirdo, you fucking nasty ass bitch. Like what? The
Like,
fuck is
get
wrong
a
with
fucking
you?
grip, go find a
like,
man.
Do you know how easy it is to find a desperate man?
Oh my god, not easy enough because they want to be predators. You cannot be a
Yeah.
predator to a desperate man as
No.
much as you can to a
That's true, 'cause-
confused
'cause it's not about-
sex
it's about
starved
power.
little boy who's just
Yeah.
like going through puberty and doesn't know what the fuck's going
Yeah,
on.
like of course that a man that's going through puberty, a child that's going through puberty. I'm not even gonna say man, a child that's going
child,
through puberty,
100% child.
and they're getting to like know and learn their body and stuff like that. Yeah, they're gonna have a very high drive to do some things. That
it's not going to be
everyone
hard to
does.
convince them.
So easy, so easy.
And that's rape.
It's
like,
100%
so-
rape because it's a child and they can't say yes to it. But back to the sorry, I don't want to go past the Lily Tino stuff without being like, speaking of children and like putting people on the internet. You can't put people's kids on the fucking internet. You can't do that. There are too many
here's the
nasty
thing.
people.
Yes, and then on top of that, the bathroom thing.
Yeah.
That is not a trans issue. That is
that's
a policy
you
of
cannot
Disney
take photos in the
that you
bathroom
are
at
not supposed to
Disney.
take photos,
It
especially
literally
with other
has the
people in the
signs,
background.
like-
right.
It's like,
But that's what I'm saying with the mockery is Lily Tino's like, well, I can because
no,
I can just use whatever reason. It's like, no, you can't. No one can.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're, cis or trans, or if you have an extra part, a third part that no one's ever heard of before.
matter, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
An extra third part that no one's ever heard of before. Sorry, that was like what?
You're like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying.
No,
You're a
after
fucking
I said
alien.
it, after I said it, I go,
Like-
what? Like you
Like,
have
sorry.
tentacles. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you're at Disney, you can't take photos in the bathroom. You're not supposed to.
Right.
Like.
But that tells me that some
Right,
people
like-
think they're beyond that.
Right. And it's like your gender identity does not make you better or worse than any person.
Now, has anybody in the world ever done that and probably not gotten caught? I'm sure. They probably don't have
Absolutely.
millions of followers on social
Exactly.
media. I'm not saying that that's fair that they didn't get caught or in trouble, but
Right.
how many people speed a fucking day and don't get pulled over and given a ticket? Not
Exactly.
everybody's going to get caught. This person happens to be in the limelight. This person happens
Right.
to have a big following. This person
Right.
happens to be all over social media
Right.
because of the clout chasing they do.
Right.
And doing all this shit. And they do this on purpose.
Right.
So let's not be naive. They're
it's
doing this on
because-
purpose. This is what they wanted. Now it's
Exactly.
turned negative, and some of the trans community has turned against this person because they're now making it look bad. Like they all want to do that. And
because
all-
they're using their gender identity as as clout. And in that right there is what makes people question, oh, well, you're just doing this for attention, so I bet all trans people are doing this for attention.
Right.
No.
Right.
Like, Jesus Christ. Like, bro, like I know that I brought up the fact that I'm bi, right? Yeah. You know what you don't see on all of my pages? Not every video. I'm like, I'm bi.
Right.
Look
Why do you have to say that?
Liking boys and girls. Like, no. Like,
yeah. I don't literally every single thing I post say, oh, by the way, I'm straight.
No, you'll see from me conspiracy theories. An untasteful amount of 9/11 jokes. I'm sorry. My birthday's the 12th. So I feel like...
But, I mean, Lily Tino, sorry. We don't agree with some of the things you do. And it really has nothing to do with who you are. I don't care if you
literally has nothing to do with who you are. It has to do with your heart.
What race you are, what sex you are, what 100%. Identity you are.
It has to do with what is inside your heart.
I think they don't have good intentions.
No, I think they're evil.
Yeah. It's obvious their intentions are not just to get acceptance, and they're doing something different here, and it's become clear. And I think other people are seeing it, and even the community is seeing it. And there's so many petitions. Like, there wouldn't be that many petitions going around. There's not about other people. Like, no, it's because specifically what they're doing. It has nothing to do with who they are and what they are identifying as.
Right. Exactly.
Nothing to do with it.
Exactly. No, I completely agree with that. It's like one of those things, like, with everything being so hard to talk about, it's like one of those things where it's like, oh my God, I'm probably gonna get in trouble for saying this. With the current state of everything. Yeah. One thing that I am happy about, maybe I shouldn't say happy, but I'm going to, is the fact that people are getting less afraid to say the crazy thing again. Yeah. And I feel like what that's doing, and at first it's going to be jarring, it's going to be shocking. You're going to be like, how could you talk about that? How could you say that? Okay, but here's the thing. Repressing these things and not talking about them and not like giving your opinion and hearing it like what that, or literally just being open-minded. Like if I'm telling you something from my perspective and you're like, oh, you're wrong, blah, blah, blah. Okay, relax. I'm telling you from my perspective. Right. This is my perspective, so I can't be wrong about how I feel about something. Right. So that's crazy. But I think it's going to finally start opening doors so that people can actually have these conversations, and we can see that, like, hey, guess what? We're not that different. Yeah. I mean, unpopular,
there's some things we disagree on. Yeah. And that's okay. And it's not even that necessarily we disagree. Like, I don't think anybody of the opposite sex, I don't really care what you identify as, should be in the other in another bathroom. I get that it's a safety issue for both sides. Right. If someone looks like a woman but they're not, and they go into a men's bathroom, they could be targeted. Right. But it can go the other way too. Right. And it has. And that's the problem, is there has been men that identify as women that have gone into bathrooms and things have happened. Right. That's the problem, is that like you said, there's some people that make a bad name, and unfortunately it categorizes a bigger group, which I'm not saying is fair. Yeah. But that will eliminate that completely. And that's a real touchy subject, and I'm not ashamed to say that, and that has nothing to do with that person's what I think about that person. Right. Yeah. So it'll eliminate the problem. That's it. Because it's such a divided cause right now with that, and people don't know what to do with it. Right. And there's people that are like, I don't feel so all the women are in the bathroom that don't feel safe when a trans woman You're correct. Okay. See, and I'm so like, it's like a literally learning process. I know. Comes in, but they say the trans woman's not comfortable going into the men's bathroom. So there's going to be uncomfortability somewhere. No matter what. Like, and I'm not saying one should and one shouldn't. It's not the point. No, it's just going to happen no matter what. But unfortunately for the people that are, good people, law-abiding citizens, like people that are doing the right thing, that aren't trying to be nasty, freaky weirdos, like, unfortunately, there is a whole group of people that are using this as a guise to do the other thing. Yes. And so it's like, while yes, like, I do think it's important that humans feel safe. Correct. I also think that what's more important is that children feel safe. Right. Children are safe. Like, over everything else, like I'm so sorry, like, after you're an adult,
you absolutely, like, people should care about you 100%. Like, you should have like your community, your group, your people, your support system. But I feel like children, I feel like it's everybody's responsibility to protect them and make sure that they're okay.
Yeah.
Like, because they're defenseless. They don't know anything. Like,
we'll go back into our Disney kid stars. You know, Lindsay Lohan went through a whole thing.
much.
She came out of it.
she did, and people are capable of making it to the other
she came out of
side.
it, but it was a long road.
Exactly.
She went through years of court trials and
she
drugs, and
100%.
I thought she was going to be on that
I
list.
thought she was too. Like, there was a point in time that I was very worried about Lindsay Lohan, like, because like,
but I don't know. Then part of me is still like, did she drink the serum? Because now, which also A Truth for You, I think, is the page.
A Truth for You.
I think that's her page. She's she does a lot of conspiracies and like a lot of stuff we're talking about now. And look her up on ours. We're following her, but she accepted a collab of ours once on the Kanye one, and I was like really excited.
Oh my god!
But now it has like a lot of likes and shares. But so I felt very proud of that. We got our first like big person to accept our collab.
Yes, it is.
I just threw it out there and I saw her accept it and I almost like passed out.
A Truth for You.
Well, she does a lot of these, and she's talking about how the celebrities are looking the way they're looking, and no amount of surgery. And people are going to argue that.
Right.
No, they're drinking the... If you've seen Death Becomes Her, they're drinking the youth serum, bro.
There's something. No, because like, okay.
They're like, they all look the same, and they all look like... They look great.
Yeah, great.
They don't even look weird like Michael Jackson weird, like where you look like all that. Like they look phenomenal.
She looks 23.
Yeah, Kim or Kris Jenner. Looks
that was
great.
another. That was like a.
I'm sorry, Kelly Osbourne looks phenomenal.
Oh, I haven't seen Kelly Osbourne in a long time.
Girl.
But yeah, no, that it's like crazy, like because okay, like in theory, I can tell you what they got done to their face in theory.
Well, yeah, surgeons have said what they got done. And then there's also surgeons that are like,
yeah.
There was like no recovery time. There's no scars. Like you would have had to have a facelift. This is not one of those like, oh, I got a chemical peel.
Right.
No.
I'm like, what did you do?
There would be scarring. Like it
I'm
doesn't.
like, if magic is real, just say that.
Just say it. It's real.
Like
and they're demonic. Okay, so let's talk about Amanda Bynes, who's still going through it.
She is.
Bless her heart.
I feel like Amanda Bynes has.
She seems okay. Like she doesn't seem mentally unwell. No, she just seems like she's going through something.
I feel like
weird.
she is committed to
this
not falling into the beauty standards of today. I feel like she's very committed to.
Which is okay.
Yeah, I think like as a point. I think she not like
like she's almost like you know how
she
we said
looks like. Yeah,
she was cute, but you know how we said like you almost make yourself less appealing,
right? When horrible,
I feel like that's what she's doing
because you want to look how you feel.
Yeah,
and I do think that's what she's doing. I think this is what she feels. And
people may sit here and argue with us and say they're just like, why can't she express herself? Why does she have to fall into your?
No, she is expressing herself.
Beauty standards.
Like I think she is.
We stop.
Yeah,
stop.
Yeah,
she be looking. No.
Yeah.
No. It's not about beauty standards. You can tell when somebody did a violent jump from what she was. You know, I went through like a punk stage. I'm not talking about going through a different style and going through your weird phases. I went through like a goth thing. I went through like a rockabilly. I did it all. Okay.
Yeah. No, I feel.
I did like a skater girl thing. I was like Avril and Gwen Stefani, where I wore like the Dickies with like a little tank top. Like, stop.
Wait, but I actually loved the way that
it was
looks.
actually.
I love Dickies with the tank top.
Actually, no, I didn't hate it too, and I thought I was like a skater. I think I like did an ollie in the grass once and almost died, but I was definitely just like one of those like let's cruise around.
Yeah, you are a skater girl. What?
So, but they're doing violent jumps, and it's not like I said, it's not like a phase or like they're changing style. They're doing like something's happening.
Yeah,
something's happening.
100%. And that's what I was saying.
Came out and said she's going to do Ozempic too. By the way, okay, bye. She's like
fine.
open about it. She's like, I need to lose weight. Something I can't keep doing this.
Right.
So everybody's like, oh, is she going to do a violent jump backwards?
We'll see. It's
Is
gonna
this
make
a
me question
JoJo
mark.
Siwa thing where she was told to do this craziness for years and
Yeah.
then now she's gonna make her big comeback? Like, I don't know anymore.
I don't think with Amanda Bynes, I don't necessarily think that she's been told to do this crazy stuff throughout the years. I think she
Right,
definitely
JoJo seemed really cringy
seemed
and
very planned,
unnatural,
and
yeah.
unnatural. Some of the stuff they were having her do because she was a professional dancer. She was on one of like the most revered elite dance squads
And
of
her
all time.
dancing had
And
gotten
you're telling
real
me
cringe.
that's all she? No, I've seen JoJo. I don't know if you've ever seen. There's this dance studio in LA called The Playground. I love to watch their videos. So good. I've seen JoJo dance. She's good.
Right. No,
JoJo
she
can
was
dance.
No,
She-
the dancing that she was doing.
And I'm like, what are you doing? Why you're like vibrating and
She was
throwing your
doing
hand
like
in the
that.
air? Like,
yeah,
what?
that was
Like,
some
what-
crazy
what are
shit.
you-
It was
stop.
cringy as fuck.
Girl,
there was a
stop.
point where I was like, I can't. Her song stuck. Karma's a bitch. Karma's a bitch. Something. Is that the song?
Isn't there like a
think I
part
made
of the
that up.
song where it's like, I'm a bad girl?
Yeah, and
I
that
did some
song got stuck
bad
in my head so
things."
bad at one point that I was like, "This fucking bitch." I said, I think I
like,
posted
"Karma
it. It was
is a
like,
bitch."
"Karma is a bitch" because I can't stop singing this fucking song.
Oh my gosh, that's
But
so funny.
I'm glad to see her. She looks like she's well. She's happy
Well,
with.
yeah, I
Chris,
feel like
is his name or something.
no idea.
Okay,
no idea what his
some
name
guy,
is.
and he's someone.
Yeah. Now, do I think that the way she handled her public breakup or whatever was appropriate? Probably not. I probably would have let the girl know in person
Oh, I
instead of
didn't
on
even
national
know.
television.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
But you know, like
But
other
we've
than
seen
that,
worse. I've seen worse.
yeah, I've definitely
with
seen
celebrities.
worse. And also, like, you can tell she's not all the way gay. Like you could tell it about JoJo Siwa. You could always tell that she kind of like a little bit was like not comfortable in her own body and skin.
Yeah.
So and I mean, like, maybe I'm just being like assumptive, or maybe I just know what it's like to not feel 100% in your own body and
Right.
skin, and like you can pick up on that.
Right.
But I will just say, like, JoJo, please, for the love of God, just stay on this path. Get your shit back together. Like, please don't ever go.
Don't listen to.
I never want to see you in another freaking YMCA costume.
No
construction
Don't
outfits,
ever
no
do that again.
cowboys, no Indians, no police officers. Thank you.
No.
I think I can speak for everyone when I say that. Like, literally, just please.
I think Miley's has started to come out of.
Oh yeah,
her
I think
craziness and-
Miley Cyrus is now like I do love Miley. That's like something that I will
You know
say.
what? I don't hate her because she went through that weird, crazy shit.
Yeah.
And then she came out of it, and I've learned a lot of it had to do with a bad relationship as well, an abusive relationship.
Yes.
She's come out of that. You know, there were some things about her
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah.
Also,
And
that they
yeah,
all don't
'cause
have
her-
a great relationship.
Her dad married a girl that's like her age or
yeah.
something
So
like
there's
that.
things,
Like,
and you know what? I think she's
and
doing
her
well.
mom married a guy that used to date her little sister.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird shit.
And
that's
so
what
I'm
saying.
like,
the
yeah,
whole industry
come on,
and their
like,
parents
yeah.
all have fucking issues.
Such huge issues. The only reason that I think Miley was a little bit more prepared than other people is because Billy Ray was already famous.
Right.
Like, yes, she's a Nepo baby.
Right.
But she earned her
Which
spot.
a lot of them, I mean, there's been a couple where their parents are something in the industry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah,
Can't
yeah.
think of any right now, but I know for a fact.
Right. Yeah. No, I definitely, like...
Where I didn't even know. I was like, oh, what's her name? Angelina Jolie. I was like, what's her name? Angelina Jolie. Her dad's what? This is going to sound awful. People are probably like, are you an idiot? He's like a director, right?
I don't know.
He's something.
I don't know,
Her
but I
dad's
believe
something.
him. But I believe it.
I mean, she makes out with her brother, so.
Yeah.
But,
which is...
Yeah. So, Aaron Carter.
Crazy.
Aaron Carter's story is really tragic and really, really, really fucking crazy because I think that the drugs were the only thing he had to cope. And I think that a lot of the attention was also put on the drugs, but that was because he was fucking tormented.
Well, I think Aaron Carter is what they tried to do to Justin Bieber.
100%.
Like, Aaron Carter was Justin Bieber before Justin Bieber was Justin
100%.
Bieber. Like,
100%.
like
I'm
Candy,
like slapping myself.
Candy is Baby. Like, that
And
is the
he
same thing. Yeah.
was starting to expose shit, and he was
Right.
publicly saying it, and he was going on shows and saying it, and he ended up dead in a bathtub.
Right.
Are you guys kidding me?
Right, with these same people that have been in charge of Hollywood the whole time, and like they're the ones getting exposed.
Yes,
it's the
he
same
OD'd
thing.
and got into a bathtub to OD, and a couple other people have done that, and that's really strange that they all do that.
Right.
But it sounds
And
like a
that's
pretty
what-
easy way to cover something up.
That's what makes me scared for Justin Bieber because of the Diddy trials that are going on right now. And I told you one of the places that I get my information from that trial is from this podcast called Rotten Mangoes. The host her name is Stephanie Sue, and they were like, people were coming up to her and like aggressively trying to figure out what hotel she was staying at and like where like what.
Oh, he's
like,
got people working for him.
100%. And like one of the jurors had to get dismissed, and she didn't post for like a week. But then I did check her page today, and
You're like, oh my God, where is
posted,
she?
No, she posted like 2 days ago, and then like, and it's just like going on about it again.
Yeah.
And so, but it was like really, really scary because like,
No, this is like real shit.
It's real shit.
And do you know how many people are like, God, not everything's a conspiracy? It's like,
no, this is real. This
you're
is
right.
really
It's not a
happening.
conspiracy. It's
Like,
fucking real.
There's video footage. There's so much video footage out there of like literally they're talking about like, there was this one that I remember that Diddy was on a balcony, who was all these people at a party. They were all dressed in white, as they do. And they were talking about how CPS would be on their way soon with party favors. Meaning like literally, like if you look in like the and it's like horrible if you look at all the missing children in LA CPS,
fucking can't.
like I mean,
yeah, no,
there
I
were-
believe it. People
yeah.
want to be in their little bubble that this isn't real.
100%.
But many people have come out and say it, and they'll be like, but how are all these people not in trouble? Or how some of them start to get in trouble like this, and then all of a sudden judges will disappear, attorneys will disappear, witnesses will disappear, and it'll all
Right.
go away.
Exactly.
And then another person will come out, and
it's because
it'll be a
money.
distraction.
It's like if you have the right people under your thumb that have money.
Yeah. Oh,
if you
yeah.
have the right blackmail,
there's judges
you don't have to worry
that
about
work
anything.
for them.
There's
There's
judges,
cops,
there's
all sorts of stuff.
Congress members.
Oh, yeah.
There's other people.
Yeah.
That you
yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
so like it's just crazy to me. And then also like what Tesla guy was like talking about, allegedly he's in charge of one of like the biggest Hollywood sex cults that there is. So like,
do you know how many people were like, he's autistic, right? I was like, what does that have to do with anything?
yeah, he's autistic. Yes.
I was like,
And also,
okay, so he
I'm like,
can
what, you think autistic
implant
people
chips
can't-
into your brain and run
Right.
sex rings, and that makes it okay? I don't understand your angle.
I don't know anybody with like, I know plenty of
They
people
were like,
with
he's
autism.
weird because he's autistic. So I was like,
Yeah, that's why
But
he sounds weird when he talks.
No, Tesla, I was like,
Like-
does it make you weird? I was
Right.
like, you're the one that's like judging. I was like,
No,
so because you're
literally.
autistic, I guess that means you're weird. I was like, whoa. I was like, way to be
literally.
judgmental. It's like the people that are showing their racism by saying all these illegal immigrants, they're Mexican, and it's like,
What?
you're racist.
No,
Did
you're
you know
actually
that you're
racist.
actually racist because not all
Yeah.
illegal immigrants are Mexican.
Right. And actually, like, I know so
Or if
many
you want to call them
illegal-
undocumented, I know there's all sorts of, it's all about
Whatever.
verbiage. I'm sorry. It's not, God, if I say something that's been said for the last 15 years,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that I have a certain belief on it. But I'm just saying, whatever you want to,
Right.
undocumented.
Right.
Okay. They are not all of one race. That's called racist.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if you know that.
It's so racist.
That's
like
so racist.
It's so
That's
racist. by the
actually
way.
like the most racist thing
like,
ever.
And also, like, I'm just gonna go out here and say this. I don't know if people know this or not. Like, this might be new information. It might not. But like, people that speak Spanish, there is other than Mexican.
Oh, I know, right? Can you
Like,
believe
there
that?
are
Can
actually
you believe
multiple
it?
different races of people that speak Spanish,
It's
and they're not
crazy.
Mexican at all.
It's crazy.
Right? Isn't that like
There's a lot of Italian immigrants. There's a lot of
right? Or even like
Haitian immigrants. It's
South
really
American,
crazy how
like-
there's other races than Mexican, and
or
that's
even like
all
Cuban,
we're seeing and hearing about.
Dominican.
I know.
Venezuelan.
It's like, hey guys, your racism showing.
Nicaraguan.
Yeah.
Like crazy, but yeah, that's like like just it's okay. Like you
Yeah.
can just say that you're racist next time. Just
It's
say
okay,
that.
yeah.
Just
be
lead
like,
with that,
oh,
so
I
we
thought
know.
all undocumented immigrants were Mexican.
Right. That's
That's
crazy.
like super racist.
And it's also like crazy. Like I know not a ton of undocumented people like me. These are the undocumented people I know, and this is their address. No, I'm just kidding. No, like, not like a ton, but like I'm literally trying to think.
You probably don't even know that you know something. Like,
No,
it's not like people
no.
walk around and say,
Well, no. I know that a lot of because guess what? When all these like things started happening, I hit up all of my friends that I knew were not from America. And I'm like, do you have your papers, motherfucker? You better let me know right now. Because if I'm going to, you better let me know. I'm like, just, because I need to be prepared.
Right.
I'll miss you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That was fucked up.
Well, I mean, yeah, it we're not even going to get into that subject. All I'm saying is that that's racist. You're racist.
It is.
The people that think they're always
racist.
like these,
like white
you're
people,
racist.
like white people can also be immigrants, by the way. Like I know
it's so
plenty.
crazy.
I actually know plenty. I know so many, like from like Sweden, from like
it's amazing.
Norway,
It's
from like
unbelievable. Isn't
it's like almost crazy that like we have other people that move to America besides people from Mexico.
Good news also about, speaking of, I didn't know that Bonnie Blue got her Australian visa revoked because she's a disgusting monster.
That's hilarious.
Literally, they took it away from her.
I love that
because they found out what she was doing, and they
why
were like,
can't
"We
they
don't want
take
you
ours
here."
away?
They were like, "We don't want you here."
We don't want her here either.
I don't even think she is. Isn't she in
the UK again?
I don't. Can she just go back to hell where she came from?
No, actually, like crawled out from the pits of hell. And it's like, some people like it's like, oh,
we're giving her too much attention, huh?
Yeah.
Like, damn it.
But they also, gave people.
We'll talk about her on our feminism, our modern day feminism episode.
Yeah.
So everybody stay tuned because we have some good ones coming. Because Andrew Tate's podcast with her recently ruffled quite a few feathers.
Oh my god!
Because his whole angle. We'll get into that.
Okay.
Let me write a note.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh,
and I just know that because listen.
He had her on, and people are not fucking happy.
Yeah, I believe it.
They don't think he roasted her enough, but he was doing his whole like, well, this is what you guys all wanted. You guys wanted this.
Yeah.
Feminists wanted this, right?
Yeah.
And so, but he didn't, everybody's like, you didn't need to give her clout in order to do it. You didn't need to give her attention and bring her on, but we'll get into that. It's good. It's good. It's really good.
I saw this one clip where, this woman was interviewing her and she was like, my brother would never do something like that. He's 18. She goes, oh, he's 18. Send him to me.
I saw that.
And
She's
was
a
like,
disgusting
you're
fuck.
fucking nasty.
Okay. I'm like, I know, Tessa, no.
Sorry. It's gross to me
So
personally.
that was like a lot of the people we talked about. Wow.
Yeah. Well, all of it just goes to say is like, listen, like you have to be so careful about the media that you're consuming. You have to actually pay attention to the media that your children are consuming. You have to pay attention to this because
Go ahead.
This is what's happening.
Yeah.
Like it's indoctrinating. Like, and I know that I sound like one of those crazy people. It's like the media is making our kids gay. No, that's not what I mean. Okay, that's not what I mean. Like, what was it? The frogs are gay. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
This, like, okay, it's turning the frogs gay.
Yes, I do.
It's
yes,
like,
the guy.
Yeah.
What's his name? He's like the big fat loud guy.
Yeah.
He's famous. People
I'm
probably
sorry,
like, you're an
I
idiot.
think that's so funny.
But that's because they were saying there's shit in the water and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
But the whole point is like at this point in time, who would put their children in that world?
Right. And I absolutely think that it's 100% unnecessary, especially with the growth of AI. We don't need child actors because we can just AI them. Like if it's absolutely imperative that a child is in your story to tell the story, things like, Marley
why
and
do
Me
they
or
need
like Lilo and Stitch, whatever. You don't need an actual child that is actually there anymore. There are little people and there are green screens and there is AI and you can make that work without having to make children.
I feel like people
work.
are going to argue this, and I don't really get why. They're going to be like, "Oh no,
well,
not
it's
all
their
of them."
Dream. They want to.
I don't give a shit.
Okay, if a child can be an actor, why can't they be a front desk person?
They don't need.
Why can't
My children will not be part of Hollywood.
Right. No,
ever.
That's what I'm saying. Like
period.
Like not as children at all whatsoever.
And a lot of times, just like on Dance Moms or whatever the fuck shit that show, these moms and parents are living vicariously through their children.
And it's like,
these
if you
child
wanted to do
actors
that with your
stuff,
life, you should have done it.
Their 3-year-old was like, I want to get me on the screen right now. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Okay, there's kids that think they're going to go up to space tomorrow too and be an astronaut and a doctor, and
right.
it's like, okay,
And
that
you don't
takes
have
you
to
got to
do
go to
that.
school and you got to you
Right.
be an adult,
and you
like,
have to know what you're getting yourself into. It's the same
me a
thing with
break.
all of these other industries. My biggest point is you need to know what you're getting yourself into, and
Yes.
it's not safe. You're not going into a safe job. You're not going into a job that's like cushy. You're not going into a job that's going to like do anything but like give you the cold hard truth immediately.
Yeah.
Like it's unsafe. It's so unsafe. And then on top of that, like even just with like even mommy vloggers, and I know that's gonna piss people off. Get
Wait.
your kid off that fucking
Oh no!
screen.
What do you mean?
Like
I can't even. I just like had a.
you're
fucking,
like,
I just went into a like. I just went
literally.
into. I don't even know what
You're,
just
like,
fucking
having
happened.
You're having a heart attack.
I'm
literally.
having.
No, it's
What's
the,
her
it's the
Ruby?
Same thing. Ruby. Yeah. No. Literally. Like
Ruby fucking fuckface.
Exactly.
She was that, and it started out with, oh my god, and there's not. She's not the only one.
Exactly.
She's not the only one.
And
there was the
there's
other
a
one
way-
with the not the eating shit one. The one with she's never changing her kid's diaper. She's like, oh, I let them sit in it for 2 days unless they shit.
I know what you're talking about. But I can't think of her name, and I don't want to know her name. But
I
like
know.
also the
You
woman
know who I'm talking-
with
you-
her kids that don't have beds, like all
Yes.
of that. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah,
Yes.
that nasty. Yeah.
Yes, mommy vloggers. That's what I'm
It's gross
saying.
because there's a
What
like
are you
there
fucking
is a
doing?
way. Like I have a friend that I love her to pieces. Her TikTok is it's like Ace. Her name is Ace, but I can't think of. Oh, Ace Fully Alive. Okay, cool. She has 2 kids. And there are some TikToks that she makes, and her kids just happen to be a part of it.
Oh no!
Like, and that's totally fine.
100%.
Like,
I
she's
have
like,
some friends that do it too.
right, but your kid shouldn't be the focus of the video.
It's not. They're not
It's
exploiting
the kid
their
is
child.
not the star of your
They're
channel.
not exploiting their
Exactly.
children.
Like
they're talking about like homesteading or at home
Exactly.
or
Like
homeschooling.
no, literally, actually, this was really impressive. Her daughter might be 2.5, maybe 3. I don't know. She had all these like magnets all over the fridge that were like different words and colors and this like that. And her daughter was like Sunday, Monday, but in her
Right.
little toddler voice,
Right.
reading
Yeah.
everything. And I was like, that's really
No,
impressive.
That's different.
Like, that's
I'm
so
talking.
different.
There's difference between exploitation,
Right.
which is what child stars are,
Right.
Disney stars,
And,
and mommy
yeah.
bloggers that are exploiting, like the
Yeah.
one, like the mom that made her child cry when their dog died, and she's filming herself and forgot to edit out the whole beginning of the video, which is her going, okay. She goes, okay, now turn like this. Now go. And she's making that face, and she goes, okay, now go like, and then she goes, and she's hugging him, and she makes him do this whole act of crying, and he's like,
That's
Mom,
fucking
and he goes like this.
weird.
He goes, Mom, I am crying, because he was sad that their dog died.
Yeah.
So she did this whole thing, and she got annihilated for it. But now people are like, well, she said she's sorry and that she shouldn't have done that. And I'm like, no. She's
Now-
not fucking sorry.
now
She's
you've
sorry
lost
she
your
accidentally
internet
posted
privilege.
it.
Now you've
She's
lost your
sorry
posting
she
privilege.
forgot to edit it or
Yeah.
thought she edited that part out, posted it. It got so many hits she
There
couldn't
needs
get
to
it
be
off
laws
fast enough.
against that. There needs
And
to be
I'm
laws
like,
against it. Like you should be prohibited from posting on the internet.
That's
if you
child
are,
abuse.
That's child abuse, and that's disgusting. Or that one, I know that like it's there's this little girl and she's adorable, and her mom posts like provocative content of her all the time. Like one of their main
the
videos
little
on their
girl?
channel is a little girl trying drinks out of really big fucking straws.
Fuck you.
I'm not kidding. I think it's her. I know the little girl's name is like Renly or something like that, but I don't know the name of the.
Why aren't we reporting that
No,
daily?
they are.
People need to report that. Need to call.
They're getting
the
reported,
authorities.
and they're still leaving it up. And TikTok
Okay.
and those companies
Meanwhile,
are still leaving it up. Right.
our post with a casket with an American flag on it,
Right.
got banned,
because that was like inappropriate.
and then we had another episode get banned for. What was it? There was one that literally was the most ridiculous.
No,
Alcohol
it
and
said that
tobacco.
alcohol and tobacco consumption. Literally, I'm
And it wasn't even, we didn't even have the wine in it. I'm
No.
telling you, it was like ludicrous. And
No,
I appealed it and was
actually
like,
was.
we won.
Yeah.
I appealed it and was like, what the fuck?
no, literally, that's just people going in and reporting and being like stupid about that. Like it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Like I cannot stand the exploitation of children. I don't care if it's their dream. It's your fucking
It's
dream.
your dream.
Kids, I wanted to be the fucking president.
That's what I'm saying. And it's not to say you should tell your children you are capable of doing
You
anything you put
are,
your mind to.
'cause you are.
But I'm your parent.
Right.
I'm in charge.
And I'm not going to
guess what?
exploit you for money
Yes.
just because you're cute.
Like we said, pageants.
Right. No,
Dark,
I did pageants.
deep,
And-
evil, and you saw some shit. You almost
Yeah,
got
I almost
kidnapped.
got kidnapped.
Jean Benet, all these little girls.
The whole thing, it's so bad.
They're wearing fake teeth. They have makeup on. They have big hair. Why a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old like that?
Why was I in a Little Miss Daisy Duke
right
pageant?
Little dresses, little skirts.
I literally had on cutoff shorts and a tube top.
Like, it's not cute.
No, it's weird.
That's not cute.
No, it's
when
so
I
weird.
watched that Toddlers and Tiaras thing and they were putting the fake caps on their teeth and the little girl's like, it hurts. And she's like, it's fine. The mom's like,
It's
you
flippers.
have to.
They're called flippers.
Yeah, the flippers.
Yeah.
And
Which
the little
is-
girl was like, it's hurting. And she was like, you better suck it up.
And
I was
why
like,
is it
God, I
weird
hate you
for
so
kids in
much.
pageants to be missing teeth? That's adorable. First of all,
It's weird to have veneers
it's
at
weird
2
to have
years
veneer.
old.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you shouldn't have all your teeth. Like if I see a baby with a full set of teeth, I'm like, whoa.
If I see a baby with a fake tan, I'm going to throw up on your face.
No, literally,
is what
I'm like,
gonna do.
what's wrong with you? Like, you don't.
Meanwhile,
have,
they pan back to the moms who, like I said, look like fucking Honey Boo Boo's mom, and they're like all like 5,000 pounds, missing teeth, and
No,
fucking
seriously.
like super disgusting and
Right.
hideous. And it's like, oh, okay.
Right. And obviously, there's
see.
the exact opposite. Those same moms that are like 5 pounds that have a major eating disorder.
Oh,
that
yeah,
instill that
right.
on their
It's
kid.
like one- exactly.
It's one or the other.
They're
It's
like,
never,
well, I
yeah.
need to show my
Right.
amazingness through my child. If
Right.
my child's amazing,
Like,
then
look
I
how
must be
great my
amazing.
kid is. Look
Yeah.
how great my kid is. Like I fully need you guys to know. Do you know my mom takes credit for like how great of a person I turned out to be? Did you know that?
You know what?
I haven't
That's
seen
fine.
my mom
And
in
you know
over
why
10 years.
that's- You know what, Tessa? She did.
Yeah.
She does get credit for it.
Yeah.
Because if she didn't do the things she did,
Mm-hmm.
then you may not have been able to overcome and be the person you are. I give the same credit to my father.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had my stepfather. I wouldn't have seen what
Right.
a piece of shit parent is. I
Right.
would have not seen what not to do.
Exactly.
So you know what? They can have all the credit in the world because really that's all they have.
Genuinely, because there's no relationship there.
That's all they have.
It's like,
Imagine how it must
that's
feel
what
to
you
be
need.
like, oof, God,
right. Like, you want to brag about me
this
to
is
people.
where I'm at.
You
Like,
want
my
to do
dad's
this,
a
you want to do
druggie
that.
too. So it's like,
Yeah, I was like, but you don't want to speak to me. You don't want to get your act
it's
together.
like,
You don't want to clean
how
up.
does it feel to have
Yeah.
your children more successful than you?
Like astronomically more.
You might think that that's
successful.
prideful moment, like, wow, my child's so successful, but it's the fact that they're more successful than you, and in lieu of you, not because
Yeah,
of you,
despite you.
right?
Yeah.
Right. So they can have that credit, sure. Take it. You guys can have it. Maybe they should. I wonder. They should link up.
My mom and your dad.
Yeah, I think they'd probably be a really great couple.
I think they'd be dead within the week.
No, I'm telling you, I think they would be a beautiful couple.
Wow. They probably right now my mom lives in a barn, so
I don't know where.
if he needs a place to stay, my mom lives in a barn.
I saw a thing on Facebook that said he was like stuck in North Carolina, some state,
Oh.
and that his truck broke down and he didn't have anywhere to go or stay. And can somebody help him?
Oh, the
So,
truck.
Yeah, I mean,
Stay in the truck.
I don't know. I think it was
Easy
like at the
peasy.
mechanics and it got left there because he couldn't pay for it. I don't know. There was like
Oh.
there was something that happened, but I'm not friends with it. He deleted me when I talk
Yeah.
shit.
Oh my gosh. God forbid.
Well, I think I think I told you. I said like, where's
Like-
like the last 25 years of like birthday cards or money? This was years
Yeah.
ago when I was like struggle bus. And he deleted me.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird, but things happen.
But again, these child star so these people that are pushing them for success and this and that, they end up not well.
Yeah, very unwell.
Meanwhile, we did not have that.
Right.
And ended up fine.
Right.
Did we
Exactly.
go through it at times? Yes. But
Yeah,
you know what?
absolutely.
It's really sad to see some of these
I'm
child
just so glad that
actors-
I didn't have to go through my toughest times publicly.
Exactly.
And that is the
They're
thing.
going through it.
They don't
publicly.
have a choice.
Yes.
You didn't give them a
Yes.
choice at all whatsoever.
Yes.
It's literally like you're assaulting their innocence.
Right.
Is what they're doing. They do not have a choice. They are automatically the Olsen twins from birth. They have been up for public scrutiny.
Oh,
from
100%.
birth. And that is so fucked up to do that to a child.
Right. Why,
It's so fucked up to take away literally everything else. You are taking away your child's sense of privacy and security
Yeah.
from the beginning
Yeah.
of their life. They will never know peace. Ever. Forever.
Yeah.
Especially if they get really the Olsen twins, they can't go out in public. Still, are you kidding?
Yeah.
They're so famous. Like, they can't. Like, they're never going to understand what it's like to have a moment of peace. Like,
I mean, there's people like TMZ. They're relentless, but there's people that are like not that famous, and they're still like up their ass. So imagine these really big stars. It's like these kids. That's a lot for a kid. That's a lot for a kid. Like, it's the adults, it's a lot for. And you start seeing them recently. They're snapping. Again, Justin Bieber. Like, there's a lot of celebrities that are starting to snap on the paparazzi, which I get it. Yeah. It's at some point you're probably like, fuck, I just want to be left alone for a second. But on the other hand,
you literally chose this career.
I'm not saying that they should never get frustrated.
Right.
I would probably lose my shit.
Yeah.
That's why I would never go into that world.
I don't want to be an actress.
Even doing this, we have to get comments and things and whatever the fuck people want to say.
Yeah, no, literally. I'm just like.
But we're not walking the streets, you know, being criticized or followed, or God forbid you like wipe your nose weird. They're like, oh man, I think she's doing coke. Like, there's gonna be like, you could like look the wrong way or sneeze and it makes you look ugly, and they're like, oh, look at how bad she's looking. Like, it's gonna be all over the tabloids.
Oh my god, I just know pictures of me at the beach would make me want to kill myself. I know it
dude
would.
I'd be the person that's like, look at this bitch.
I'm like, oh my god. I think I would do weirder things though. I think I would
like be weirder than I am.
Or who was it? Blah 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 from the first Spider-Man.
Tobey Maguire?
Yes.
Okay.
He I'm pretty sure it was Tobey Maguire. If not, then it was somebody else, but a brilliant idea. No, I'm lying. It wasn't Tobey Maguire. It was literally Harry Potter. That's who it was. Daniel Radcliffe.
I was like, and his real name, I've literally come to the conclusion his name is Harry Potter. In real life.
He would wear the exact same outfit every day.
Oh my god.
So that way,
like, he'd fuck with them.
Yes. So that way it could be like, well, how do I know if these pics are recent? He's been wearing the same outfit for months.
Oh so my god.
So they could never like do.
You know who I love is Jack Nicholson. He gives no fucks.
Jack Nicholson gives zero fucks. I also love Adam Sandler for the same reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, they do not give. But then again, they're men. Women can't, you know, it just is what it is.
The only one that I know that truly like gives no fucks is Chelsea Handler. But she gives
Chelsea Handler
less than zero fucks.
She's the blonde. I don't think I like her anymore. I think
she's vulgar. She's very, very vulgar.
She's vulgar, but I think she got weird.
She got weird. She now started acting weird. She kind of came back around a little bit, but
oh no, Chelsea's not as bad as Kathy Griffin.
Oh,
I can't look at her. I'm sorry, I can't look at her. I just cannot look at her.
I forgot about her.
I saw her recently. That's why, and I think I just got her confused with Chelsea.
Yeah,
but we can wrap it up.
Yeah, we can wrap it up because I feel like the main point of this episode is like,
the main point was
stop doing fucked up things to kids.
Stop exploiting children.
Stop exploiting children. Like,
it's really not. I don't feel like is it.
I don't think it's that hard to do personally. You know, I don't have kids, so you know, like let me speak from that point of view. I've never given birth, but I think it probably wouldn't be that hard to like
understand not exploiting children.
Not like, because it's like, I don't know if I want to make that comparison that just pops into my head, but like an indentured servant. Your children are an indentured servant to you. Yeah. And so that's the same thing. It's the same. Like,
there's so much I want to say about it that I do think will get us in trouble.
Right, exactly. But I'm just so passionate about, like, when it comes, like, just leave children alone. It's not that hard.
Such a touchy subject.
It's not
Even
that hard.
With, like, this whole thing in the communities, and like, why is that make you a certain way? Like, if you're saying don't exploit children, or don't let children see sexual things. Well, it's because the people in power are the ones that want to exploit the children. So obviously when people are like, hey, I don't think this is a good idea, they're like, shut up, dummy. But why does it make you homophobic, transphobic, a bigot? Why does it make you all these things? So it has nothing to do with that.
Right. Because they're yelling all these things at you so that you can't yell pedophile back at them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It makes it to be.
Yeah. They're yelling all these insults at you so that you can't
they make you seem hateful so that
they can get away with their pedophilic behavior.
Got it.
Exactly. 100%.
Okay.
I think we solved the problem.
Okay.
Pedophiles. Leave kids the fuck alone.
Yeah.
I swear, if you know anybody, if you know anybody that's actively hurting children, if you don't go and pop them right in their mouths immediately.
Well, that's the problem, is there's a debate on what's hurting children. Oh, that's not hurting them, exposing them to sexual things. Actually, it is.
Yeah. Oh,
Proven to affect their brain.
100. I'm so like, when it comes to like sexual things, there are things that I like that are directly a trauma response to things that happen to me.
I'm sure.
And so
well, it affects your brain.
There were certain things.
There's nothing. That's science.
Exactly.
We all talk about follow the science, right?
Yeah.
So follow it.
No, literally. I
It
can trace
affects
back
the
to
brain.
exactly the second it started. I know exactly what happened. I know how old I was. I know where I was. I know what the room smelled like. I know everything. And so it's like, because that happened to me, I now enjoy this thing.
Right.
But I enjoy this thing because I had to cope with the fact that this happened to me.
Right.
Right. And so that happens. Like, it's just something that happens. And so it's like, hey, maybe if you like didn't, I don't know, like expose children to things they shouldn't be exposed to. And it's like, well,
It's like an obsession.
How do
It's
we
an
know if kids
obsession
are old
now.
enough to be exposed to something? I'll tell you this. This is a fact. Children until the age of 9 years old
Yeah.
cannot even process what a conjunction is. Like, can't, won't. Their
Yeah.
brains don't have the capacity to fully process a conjunction. You think they have the capacity to process and understand complex sexuality?
Yeah. No.
No, just leave them alone. Who cares?
Right.
Let
It's
them,
an obsession. It's an obsession.
it's so weird.
Have you seen Gays Against Groomers?
Probably.
It's a nonprofit organization. And
I've definitely heard of it, but like,
it's called Gays Against Groomers, but their whole point is like, they're like, our community is not, this is not what we,
no,
this
it's
is not
not.
what we fought
And it's
for.
weird
This is not what we wanted.
that these like pedophilic grooming, even like the people that are like, what do they tried to call them, minor attracted persons or some
don't
shit
even
like that.
fuck with me on
like,
that. I
they
will
tried to
fucking-
include themselves to the LGBTQIA plus community. No,
No.
nobody. That is not the same
That is-
fucking thing.
that-
Those are opposite
And if they
things.
are allowed into that, that's a problem.
They're not.
Yeah.
They're not allowed.
Yeah.
I know. Listen. They're not allowed. And any person that I know that runs any type of business or anything that has anything to do with the LGBT plus community, whatever, especially
They are not okay
in this
with that.
area, I can 100%, because I know so many people that are in charge of different like clubs in the area.
Oh yeah,
everything like that. And I know where
that's
they
a mental.
stand.
That's a
Exactly.
fucking. You need to be evaluated. You
Yeah.
need to be the fuck away from children.
No
And
children. No, nothing.
maybe even get your
nothing.
fucking shit rocked.
And these are and even these shows. This shows.
Sorry, I
like,
don't care how controversial that is.
Oh, no,
if you're a minor
100%.
attracted fucking freak, then you need to get your shit fucked up.
Yeah. Because if you can be attracted to minors, then I could be
Attracted to
aroused
beating
by
the
beating
fuck
the shit
out of
you.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's how I identify.
Sorry, everybody. Acceptance,
I'm
right? How about accepting me beating the fuck out of your face?
No, actual. Like, it's my new sexual orientation.
Yeah.
I love violence against people who harm children. That's
Right.
like, that's my.
I don't give a fuck if you're attracted to it. Go get attracted to a
When it's
fucking
like-
beehive and stick your dick in that.
Yeah, actually, I really like bees, so maybe like
Yeah,
we do
that's
wasps
true.
instead.
That's true.
Like,
Bees are cute.
I actually really like bees,
And the honey
and I care a lot about the.
How about a
bees.
red anthill?
That's a good one.
Okay. Red
Red
anthill.
anthill.
Go put your shit in a red anthill, and then we'll come beat the fuck out of you.
LOL, not me caring about bees more than I'm like, well, I really like bees,
Yeah.
and they die after they sting you. So
And bees, they are, yeah, that's
Only
unfortunate. It's just going to kill a bunch of bees because you're a sick fuck.
one bee if you're allergic. That's all I'm willing to
All right.
sacrifice.
What time is
Yeah,
it?
we're
We're out of control.
I think we did pretty good.
We're doing good.
Yeah, I think we did pretty
Okay.
good because we've done pretty good.
And we always end on a really
Crazy. No, why does like the end of the podcast always ends up like
violent.
stick your dick in an anthole? Like, like what? Like, how do we even start there? Like what?
Stick your dick in a beehive.
No, literally, if you're not sticking your dick in every anthole,
In something that bites or stings, we will find you and we will fuck
put
you
your
up.
dick in that hole. Like,
I like how we also just assume it's all men, but it mostly is.
No,
But
no, no,
actually,
no.
apparently, lots of women are too. So go put your,
yeah,
go sit on an anthill.
Yeah, that would do
Go
the same
straddle
thing.
an anthill.
Yeah,
There we go.
straddle an anthill. Yep.
Yeah.
You could straddle a barbed wire fence. That would be.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Go take a slide down the top of a barbed wire fence. That'd
Yes.
be fine.
Yes. Slide
Yeah.
down or line I'm gonna get real fucking weird
A
right
slide
now.
with razors? Is that what you're gonna say?
No, I was gonna say like a stair banister with sandpaper.
Oh,
And just take a little ride down that.
Yeah. Like what 360 grit?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do a thick grit.
Like
a thick grit.
yeah.
Not fine.
No,
thick
not
grit.
thick grit.
Thick grit.
We're gonna do some damage.
Take a nice slide down that.
Yeah, and then we can talk.
Yeah. And then you can talk to me about being attracted to minors.
Right.
Yeah. And that's
I'll-
not a choice. Fuck you.
I'll
Go
beat
get
a new
mental
fetish
help.
into you.
I
I'll beat
will
a new
make
one.
How about this? I will help you make the choice.
Yeah. It's
Of
like
not being attracted to minors. Because I
Yeah.
know they say you can't help who you're attracted to, but
I thought that was like in terms of like I thought my best friend's brother was hot.
if you're attracted to children, then you need to get mental help. You need to be put away, and you
Yeah,
need to get
that's
your
like the
ass
first
beat.
sign.
So
It's like, hey, if you're like, ooh, that kid, you're like, ding, 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 red flag. I need to go talk to a therapist immediately.
right,
'Cause
not
what's
I need to
going
be
on?
normalized and accepted.
No, it's not like, well, this kid.
That's like, oh
he
shit,
doesn't
I'm
really
being predatory.
understands me.
That's
I'm
like serial killers that are like, wait, I've been like murdering and like slaughtering cats for like 3 days. I want to do that to a person. Maybe I should go talk to somebody.
Yeah, like actual. It's like,
But they don't know that they're crazy because they're
Right.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's okay. We can help you.
I'm crazy too. Don't
Come
worry.
talk to us. We'll help you.
Don't worry. I'm.
We
crazy
have
too.
the resources for you.
Yeah,
We got you.
yeah. We'll handle you.
What do they call a map? Minor attracted person. All the maps come to us.
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
We'll help you.
Actually,
We got you.
Yeah.
I bet you we have some friends that would love to help you also. Lots of them.
yeah.
I know for a fact.
I do too. I do too. I just know that so many people could,
I know my husband would
Honestly,
probably love to also help them.
make the world a better place. I actually have. Well, I've had this like. Not this isn't like a fantasy. Let me not say that. That's not the word I want to use. But I have a
I mean,
solution.
it's not like we're threatening anybody. We said we're going to help them.
I have a
So-
solution, and you know, like how they used to do like
gonna get demonetized again.
gladiator fights, but this isn't until the end. So
Right.
they used to do like gladiator fights and stuff.
Yeah.
I think we should bring those back. But the contestants, obviously pedophiles.
Yeah.
We do it like Hunger Games style. Obviously charge admission, duh, because like public execution.
Any sexual crime.
Yeah.
Pedophiles, sexual assault. Like,
yeah, and we'll pair those up. It'll be like ding ding ding.
Oh, and they fight to the death each other?
Lester molester is fighting who? What do you mean the hitman that murdered 87 people and then got sentenced to life in prison? Good luck. Like I think that would be beautiful, right?
That would be great.
because it's like these guys that like murder for hire because then they got caught. You were just doing your job, buddy. I think it's horrendous, but if it wasn't kids, at least they have like at least those guys have some fucking moral standards.
I don't
to not
hate the
affect-
story of the gentleman in prison that spoke on trial as to why he murdered his bunkie. Mm-hmm. And he said it very simply. He said, he was talking about and bragging about harming children and what he did to to this child. Mm-hmm. And he said, I told him to stop talking about it, and he wouldn't. And he said, I killed him.
Yeah, well, prison rules are different.
Prison rules are different, but
prison rules are different.
I mean, not all heroes wear capes.
No, literally. I'm like, and that's not, I'll never, people are like,
Not all heroes wear capes.
Humans shouldn't, nobody deserves to die.
Yeah,
Some
no,
people
you
deserve
shouldn't
to
be
die.
a vigilante, yada, yada, ba, ba, ba. But you know what?
I love Spider-Man.
He told him to not
And Batman.
talk about it anymore. And he wasn't down with that, and he
Yeah.
killed him.
Well, I mean, fish swims in water. I don't know. I don't know. Like,
Sorry.
I will not, I'm not
I
gonna be
also don't hate
remorseful.
the dad that shot the dude in the head. That I posted it on Father's Day, and I said, I think my husband posted it too. Like,
Yeah.
best father award.
No, 100%.
Shot the guy right in the head. Boom. Just like that for harming and molesting and raping his child.
Yeah. And that's exactly how it should
Has
be handled.
anybody ever seen A Time to Kill?
No, literally.
One of the best movies ever. By the way, that guy got acquitted.
Love it.
Love it.
I love it.
Okay.
In support.
I get it. Like I said, vigilante, yes. Is there that fine line?
Yeah.
But is there that would you do it too?
There's a
Oh.
difference. I think there's a difference between a vigilante and acting in self-defense of a child who's defenseless.
Yeah. And your child
Is defenseless. Yeah. Exactly.
I was
You're
like,
gonna have,
somebody's
an
gonna be
aneurysm. You're like,
fucking, someone's getting hurt. And I
Yeah.
know everybody says that and
Yeah.
doesn't do it. I promise.
yeah, I'm insane.
I promise you.
No,
if somebody
am
fucked
actually
with our
crazy.
children,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Easy peasy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I wouldn't even. You wouldn't have to do anything.
I don't even have. I'm like
wouldn't
sitting
you
here
wouldn't have
silent.
to. Like you wouldn't even have to. Like that's the thing. Like just you have a lot to lose.
My eyes
Just-
are watering.
Just
'cause
feed
it
my
makes me-
cats and pay my bail.
actually,
Okay.
it makes
Like
me- what?
just one call. I'm literally so close. So just feed my cats, pay my bail. I got you. Yeah, I think that's probably a good place to end it.
Yeah, because I'm like actually getting
Yeah.
visibly
So
upset.
so yeah, comment. How much do you guys hate pedophiles like we? I think you do. And if
I
you
don't
don't,
know. Everybody's fucking lame. Start commenting, sharing.
yeah, comment.
Watch.
What do you think?
What do you think? Start commenting. Maybe like be involved and do something.
Right. We would.
It's not hard. Like I do that with like I try to do that with every single one of my friends. Like posts, stories, like liking, commenting.
I
like,
definitely like.
So
I
it's
always
like
be
really
trying to
not that
liking.
hard. Also, like I said, she works full time. I work
You work full time too,
24/7.
But
run
it's
6
just
Instagram pages.
I have.
So I think
have
y'all-
to use my hands for my job, so I can't be on my phone as much. That's the
yeah,
only
but you
difference.
still can.
But I still
make
but I
time
still
to
do
do
it.
it.
Yeah,
you
I still do
repost
it.
stuff on
Yeah,
TikTok.
100%.
Like so, there's no
every
excuse.
time I see something I like it, I
Y'all,
repost
there's no
it.
excuse.
Yeah,
It's called support. Support
Please.
is free.
it's 100% free.
Free apps, free
Yeah.
to
And also,
repost,
like-
free to share, free to like, free to comment.
Exactly. And I'm
Doesn't
gonna
cost you
remember
any money.
whenever we do blow up and whenever we are like famous from this, relatively, I'm
Which is
going
gonna
to
happen.
remember
Yeah.
which one of you guys didn't comment, didn't interact, didn't do anything until now, until we're like having some notoriety.
Mm-hmm.
And I know exactly which people that I'm gonna care for and support and bring up with me.
Yeah. Yep.
It's already been decided. They've already been selected, by the way. So
Oh my God.
if you want to get in, you better get
But like,
in
if my friend
now.
opens a business or does start something, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be full fledged.
Oh, literally.
They're
That
the first person
that
to like
Leave
it,
Me
the
Alone
first
hoodie
person-
that I wear all the time.
Yeah.
That's one of my friend's businesses. So
Like
yeah, I mean,
I'm like, hello.
like,
know.
I mean, like, what am I wearing right now?
Just, it's
Yeah.
not hard, and
not hard.
you know it. Just do it.
Please, please,
Just do it. We would do it for you.
and I do it for you.
We're actually begging now. God, like you made us pathetic and
No,
fucking beg.
literally.
No, actually, we do get a lot of support, but we could be getting more.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like I said, we would be giving
Yeah.
it.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Like
You,
comment,
I already
subscribe.
know that you guys agree with us. We have these conversations publicly all the
Subscribe
time.
to
Like,
Counterculture Inc. YouTube,
Counterculture Inc.
and we're on
YouTube.
there. Go like our shorts, go share them,
Counterculture.
go like our Instagrams, go like our TikToks. We're on Spotify too. Bye.
Everything. Goodbye.
Bye.
shadows, I found my light. In the chaos, I found